Welcome to problem number 35 from the August 2014 Algebra Regents exam. In this question we've got two different functions and we basically just need to draw them. And then afterwards we're going to state all values of x for where they're equal to each other, in other words where the two graphs intersect. I'm going to start off with g of x here being 2x minus 4, and I'm just doing that because that one's easy to graph without having to do any too much work, and that's because we know this is in slope y-intercept form, where the slope is going to be 2, meaning it's going to have a rise of 2 and a run of 1, 2 over 1. And then it has a y-intercept of negative 4. So I'm going to start off by plotting that point. So the y-intercept at negative 4 would be right here. And then because of the slope being positive 2, that means we're going to go up to 1 to the right, again up to 1 to the right, and so on. And then we can go down the opposite way as well. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and connect those with a line. There we go, and just add a couple arrows on the end. Alright, now graphing the next one, negative 2x squared, requires just a little bit more work. And we're going to use a table of values to find out where some of these points end up. So our x is here and y. Let's try when x is 0. Negative 2x squared, that would be 0 as well. If x was 1, it would be negative 2 times 1, and that's negative 2. And then because x is squared here, I know that if x is negative 1, y is going to also be negative 2. Because negative 1 squared is still positive 1. If x is 2, we would get negative 2 times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And then, again, similarly, if x is negative 2, we would get the same answer. And you know what? I think that's all we'll be able to fit on this graph because it only the minimum y value stops at negative 10. So let's go ahead and plot these points. I'm going to use the black marker for this one. So we've got 0, 0, 1, negative 2, which is right there. Oh, that's where they overlap. Negative 1, negative 2, that's just the mirror image on this side. 2, negative 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then negative 2, negative 8. Oh, and look at that, that's where. So we actually just discovered quite quickly where these two graphs intersect, which is easy. That solves our last question. We needed to determine and state all values of x for which the two graphs are equal to each other. So this happens when x is equal to 1 and when x is equal to negative 2. So x equals negative 2 and 1 would be our answer to the second question. Oh, and on a test, make sure you also properly label your graphs. We could say that this is g of x, and this one was f of x. Great, and that's all for this video. Thanks for visiting JD's Regents Preparation.